What's up, YouTube? Swole back here with another Tekken 8 Season 2 patch notes video. As you can see, we're hanging with the old man. We're gonna go over his patch notes, not all of them. Pretty much anything that involves a hitbox adjustment, I'm gonna skip over because I don't have a before and after to show any possible change with that. So I'm gonna cover the things that involves his new moves, anything that changing in damage, changing in frames, opponent behavior, the gap between the two fighters, things of that nature. Cool? Cool. Getting straight to it with the new attack. A running headbutt. Which is called the Roaring Stonehead, which also transitions into his Thunder God stance, which gives him follow-up. I've set Jin to every get-up option. You cannot avoid that. If Heihachi hits the running headbutt and goes into stance, you have to eat that Omen Fist. It also chips, because of course it does, but it's also a high. So if your opponent is hit to the animation and they duck, Heihachi is going to die. I've labbed it on counter hit. Doesn't do anything extra except the extra few points of damage. I am not going to lab sidestepping or side walking. You guys can figure that out on your own. But I would assume that an attack like that would not follow somebody left or right. But this is Tekken 8. Another new attack. Back 332. In heat. I think that's a pretty sick follow-up, because before he only had that and that for the thunder. I like that they're making more use of the thunder. And notice how they added it to his homing attack, because we're really saying fuck the sidestep buffs that we're given. Next, we have down 1+2, which is his stance. It says new move, Mishima style ultimate technique, Warrior Instinct can now be performed during down 1+2, which is Wind God's Kame, while at the ultimate count 3. I think that's pretty cool. Super Saiyan should be able to do that shit whenever he wants. Next up, 1, 2, 4 hold. You can see it tornadoes. It lets you know that you can hold the 4 input by itself. You can do stuff like that with it. So that's pretty cool. Alright, now we're getting into a lot of stuff that I'm either going to skip or not explain much. Change distance between the characters. Tracking ability for that has been enhanced. I'm pretty sure this used to knock down. They changed that behavior. That's also changed behavior. It didn't knock down like that. It's running 3. Damage changed from 28 to 30. So 2 more damage for Heihachi. The infamous low down back 2. It reduced the distance when they get hit between the two. This used to knock the opponent back a little bit further. And the tracking ability against sidesteps has been reduced actually. So they made Heihachi easier to step. Most of this patch has been just trying to make stepping completely useless. So that's refreshing to see. Up next we have the infamous Demon Breath, which they actually took 3 damage away from. I don't see why. I feel like we should increase the fucking damage. Everything in Warrior's Instinct needs more damage. That should be 40. That should be 35. Yes, I'm very biased. I love Heihachi's damage. Next we have his back 2 and his down forward 1-2 healing attacks. On hit or block, they no longer heal for 6, they heal for 3. I'm going to try to do it so I don't increase my health with the other hits. Alright, that went from 135 to 41. That increased by 6. It says adjusted health recovery from 6 to 3. I believe they mean from 3 to 6. I'm getting a 6 HP increase. It's either a typo or they just never did the change that I'm reading here. Alright, so everything else is just hitbox adjustments and shit. Except for during Warrior Instinct Thunder God Kame 2. Thunder God Kame 2, and it said removed unintended guard piercing properties. What were the unintended guard piercing properties? Because it's still there. Unless it was something else that was happening. Maybe you could follow it with that or something. I don't know. Unless you could do that. Somebody enlighten me in the comments. Something else I wasn't familiar with is this. Not that attack, but what it says about it. The issue where this move cannot be performed immediately after the activation of heat or heat dash has been fixed. Personally, I never think to do that after a heat dash. I'd be doing that shit from the neutral when the person is down and I see them about to get back up. So again, somebody enlighten me in the comments what that's all about, if you've ever done it. Next, down 1, 2, into stance. It says fix an issue where certain moves could not be performed from Wind God's Kame, but this is Thunder God. Comments, once again, enlighten me. Or are these people just typing these patch notes so fast they aren't remembering the names of their attacks? Those are all the notable changes for Heihachi. He had a whole lot of hitbox fixes and things of that nature. He comes across as the same, almost. Heihachi still seems like that he's Heihachi. He has more thunder, and the only thing that's really crazy is that, oh, it has lightning and Warrior's Instinct. Let's see what it does on hit. It deletes gray health. Heihachi is definitely still Heihachi. Hold on a second. Just seeing that is so cool. So something that's not in the patch notes is this. That didn't knock down like that in Season 1. I'm pretty sure. If I'm wrong, let me know. If I'm right, that's not here. So, yeah. Just a FYI. Like I said, Heihachi is still gonna Heihachi. Deleting gray health with headbutts, massacring people with lightning bolts. The perfect Tekken character. Like, comment, subscribe, play Heihachi in Tekken 8. Peace.